For more than a century, the Akubra hat has been a symbol of the Australian bush and rural life. Built on the back of rabbit plagues in the early 20th century, the business was once booming. But a deadly virus has wiped out much of the domestic rabbit industry, and the hat manufacturer has been forced to do the unthinkable and look beyond Australian shores for its raw materials.
For farmers and graziers, a day's work wouldn't be the same without an Akubra. The Keir family started making the hats 140 years ago.
Rabbit fur is the best fur to make a hat out of, and we've used that. The rabbit industry in the 40s and 50s was absolutely enormous.
But in the 1990s, rabbit calicivirus was introduced to reduce numbers and protect native wildlife.
The rabbits will develop symptoms quite rapidly after being infected, probably in about 3 days, and not all of the ones which are infected die, but many of them will die.
But the disease also affected those making a living from the rabbit industry. Unable to escape the virus, most domestic rabbit farms closed, forcing Akubra to turn to Europe for supplies.
I can't get what I need here, so I've got to go overseas to get it. And, everything's coming closer. I can import fur from France and put it on an aeroplane and have it here in a week. To do the equivalent in Australia is virtually impossible.
But even that lifeline isn't secure. The hat maker's biggest supplier is Ukraine, and worsening political unrest in the country is making it hard to do business.
The imported rabbit fur hasn't seemed to hamper sales. Akubra still sells 150,000 hats every year, and the bulk of those go to regional and rural parts of Australia.
The company has a contract with the Australian Defence Force, and some unlikely customers look set to keep the factory hopping along.
8 years ago, I got contacted to sell 50 hats into Tibet, and I thought, OK, well, we'll sell 50 hats into Tibet, and that'll be maybe the first and last we see of that. And now he's our biggest export customer.
All in a day's work, keeping production and jobs down under. Elise Edwards, ABC News.